Hi, and welcome back to Let's Win XCOM Long War. I'm Philip, and let's see what we have coming up in the long haul. We've got Foundry, a Shiv, chitin plating, satellite nexus, plasma rifle, more satellites. Things are looking good for the end of the month, September. Looking forward to Foundry, saving our cash for big Foundry projects. We did capture another plasma pistol, so that research is going to be available to us. I wish I could build more chitin platings, but I've been skipping terror missions, which are the best source of chrysalid corpses. Lots of alloys, weapon fragments, those are important for Foundry projects. Building things, I've got excess power, which isn't that optimal, but I'm looking to replace one of these power generators with a super power generator. When I do, it'll be one that's adjacent to the thermo generator, and I'll just have to pay attention to what adjacency bonuses I'm going to lose. In the end, I would love for these 4 to be my power source, and of course I get to trash this at the end of the month because my Nexus will give me 3 capacity, 1 for the adjacency bonus and 2 for its Nexusiness. So I'll send 2 satellites up in Europe, I think, and demolish this one. Will take up that 3rd capacity. But then I can build another generator here, and I'll either build my next advanced generator, Illyrium generator, I think, is going to be here or here. We shall see. Alright, so enough about that. How's the barracks looking? Not bad. We can do some light missions. Probably got enough for 2 not horrific missions. My interceptors have done nothing recently. And I think I want another scope. I've occasionally been scopeless. So, alright, let's just see how things go. Perfect. There's my scope money back. If you count the rebate from the scope and the rebate from this, the scope is free. Thank you. Foundry. I would have loved to have built one of these earlier. And I don't know so much about it. 56 back, nice. But let's take a close look at what we have here.
Some of our more interesting projects will certainly benefit.
This is not the close look. I'm just taking a general peek. Okay, there's some really expensive stuff in here and some fairly cheap stuff. All in all, I'm gonna say it's okay that I skipped this. I did manage to survive. It's not like I had tons of money sitting around not helping me, for the most part. So let's take a quick look at what all these things do, and then I'll talk in depth about 1 or 2 of them before I move on to the mission. So, enhanced ballistics weaponry. This is a soldier pocket item that you can build once you've researched it. It's fairly cheap, 100 cash, 8 alloys, 10 engineers. That means you only need 1 workshop built to produce it. And it increases all of your ballistic damage by 1. That's all the starting weapons. I think it includes your pistol. And it takes up 1 pocket. You can only equip 1 per soldier. But what the key to this is if you choose to go for, say, carapace armor and skeleton armor instead of beam weaponry, this is like a stopgap. This lets you up your damage at the cost of a pocket in order to skimp on research, which is lengthy time consuming. Personally, this might be worth it for me, so I can completely skimp on beam weapons while I research higher level plasma stuff, because I'm still using ballistic snipers, I'm still using ballistic machine guns on my gunners, I'm still using ballistic shotguns, or this would make the standard shotgun better than the carbine on my assaults. I mean, the assault's meant for close quarters combat at least. it would up the damage from 5 to 7, which is equal to the carbine, to 6 to 8. The shotgun has 10% extra crit above that of the carbine, and then the shotgun's particular aiming ability has some advantages, basically guaranteeing hits at close range, whereas the carbine has to be really, really close, like one space away to guarantee hits. The shotgun can be like 3 or 4 away, and a soldier with decent aim can guarantee a hit, and a lot of damage. So, this may be worth it for me. I'm definitely going to consider it. Also, when equipped on a Rocketeer, it increases rocket damage by 1. If I recall correctly, it's kind of like Ranger. So if you think about it, normally you don't get a whole perk's worth of use out of a pocket item. This is that perk. This is Ranger. And it is excellent. So, yeah, that's how this particular one goes in. Alien grenades, this gives you infinite alien grenades instead of just the amount you've captured. Improved medikit, 50% extra healing. You know, this one's expensive. 20 Thin Men corpses. Here's a good reason to stock up on them. Note, lots of Illyrium alloys and weapon fragments required for these. Shiv repair, this one's pretty cheap. Also, let's look at the time these take. 14 days, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. That seems to be standard for the 200 cost ones. I call those, I guess they would say mid-range ones. Shiv repair, 7 days, fairly cheap. Allows you to repair with arc throwers, as per the drone's ability. Especially awesome when paired with engineers. And I think I'm going to rework engineers in the next version of my mod, so that maybe I'll give them access to healing sooner, a repair sooner, but I think hollow targeting is going to be their starting perk. Okay, here is a large project, ammo conservation. It costs 400 cash, 40 muton corpses. So there's a reason to stock up on those. 40 alloys, 40 Illyrium, 200 weapon fragments. At this point in the game, I think I have 300 something, so that's a lot. What this does is increase the ammunition on all your weapons by 1 or 2. Super useful. Does not require your soldiers to be holding anything. It's just a passive bonus. Amazing. Alright, along the same lines, 20 floater corpses, 40 alloys, 30 engineers, armored fighters. And this increases your interceptor's durability by a lot, which also reduces repair times, and can totally let your interceptor suddenly start taking down the smaller UFOs, guaranteed, much more easily, and get back in the fight better. So if you really want to improve your air war, this is exactly where to go. But the 375 credit price tag is pretty intense. Here is pistol critical hit upgrade. I think it's 10, maybe 15%. 5 weapon fragments, 10 engineers, means only 1 workshop required. Super cheap, 7 days, very fast. And of course, I think there's a couple pistol upgrades. This is worthless to me at the moment, since the basic pistol, if you go for beam pistols, then this might be worth it. Or once you research plasma pistols, like I will soon-ish, I will definitely do this in conjunction with upgrading my pistols, but not before. Shiv defenses, this gives you the extra conditioning perk item for shivs. Or you can build them once you research it. 30 alloys, 25 weapon fragments, you need 3 workshops. Costs 120, takes 5 days. This is an excellent addition to the Shiv. It increases health by 2 or 4, depending on what your chassis is. I think it's 2 for the hover Shiv and 4 for the alloy and regular Shiv. And increases the damage reduction by 1, raising it to 3. So you can see how that can significantly improve the life of your shivs. And I keep losing shivs, so this is definitely something I want to go for soon. Probably what I will go for. Here's a 700 cost, 5 flight computers, 75 Illyrium, 20 alloys, and you need 30 engineers, which is something along the lines of 5 workshops or a couple months into the game after you've acquired a number of engineers. stealth satellites make your satellites much harder to shoot down by hunter aliens. I haven't had much issue with that, but then again, for me it would be a great investment if I could afford it, because my interceptors are weak. Also, note that the UFO technology credit from interrogated thin men applies to this, so it's 25% faster, however fast it would be, than to finish. But since I can't really stop the bigger UFOs, they're bound to trigger more hunters, and the hunters get deadlier over time. So I would love to have this to keep my satellites in the air, because I can't shoot down the aliens. I can't guarantee I can kill the aliens, so the hunters will be coming, and there's nothing I can do about it except this research. If you damage hunters with your own fighters, then they become less likely to destroy your satellites, but that is that's pretty dangerous and not all that productive, since you end up with a lot of damaged interceptors sucking money out of you and not really giving you anything in return except maybe saving your satellites. Lastly is a scope upgrade. This causes the scope to increase your critical hit chance, I think by 10%. Note it's fast, 7 days, it's pretty cheap. And since I just ordered another scope, so I'd have 5 because I use them so often, it's between this and the Shiv defenses. And I think I'm just going to save my money. Oh, you do get a research credit for this for finishing sectoid interrogation. I think you did in vanilla, at least, because it's, you know, lensing, light beam stuff. That's how it works. So I'm torn. This one's even faster. And how soon? 15 days. It'll be forever. I'll probably finish them both before I actually... %10 critical chance is not that much, but I use it a lot, and I do shoot a lot. Choices. I'm gonna go for Shiv defenses. We'll come back for the scope, I think. It's careful. You're gonna have to be careful to watch how much Illyrium, alloys, fragments, corpses, and stuff you have and are selling once you start building Foundry items. That seems quite apparent. Alright, so, lots of talking. 3 scientists for 12 muton corpses. Yes, forget ammo conservation. Give me the scientists. Oh, I want to look at research. 15 days. Whoa, a whole day. Anyway, I love scientists. Okay, large abductor. We're going to scramble, but we know we can't shoot it down. Even with armored interceptors, I would be hesitant to try and shoot this down until I had better weapons. Plasma interceptor weapons are something I just gave up on. It didn't turn into a mission. Here is an abductor. We're going to tag this one as well. I don't think abductors are that tough, but I prefer to save my interceptors for something I can actually take down. Alright, heavy. Okay, not swarming is great. Germany. 12th. Alright, let's get equipped fast and jump in. Okay, I'm gonna take my operator sniper. Gonna take got some really experienced guys coming back in 2 days. We're not joking around. I want this money. I want berserkers. I'm gonna save some of my best troops, but by no means. Maybe I won't take him. Okay. Tactical sense, smoke grenade, field medic, smoke and mirrors. I do want a medic. Hollow targeting, this is the one I want. The guy with all the smoke, that's for the longer missions. Abductions can be intense, but they're not very long, so usually that much smoke isn't called for, but like big UFOs, that's what I'd want to be saving Liang Yang, my corpseman for. Brute. You know, since I'm not taking this assault and I'm having a marksman coming back, I will take Major Zhang. I want a Rocketeer, as always. I think I'm gonna take both my gunners. They really want to level them up. Medic, infantry. And I want to scout. Which one? Two scouts, commando, infiltrator. Want the commando, I think. Run and gun, useful. The infiltrator, I think, is better on longer maps where you know you're going to be in some nasty shootouts for the most part. I definitely want arc thrower. And also she has suppression, which I just have a lot of suppression, which would be good. And scope or alloy plating. She has such good aim. I'll go with alloy plating. Danger zone, carbine adds to his rockets. Accuracy as well. Rapid reaction, bullet swarm. Does not have extra conditioning, so you get the skeleton suit. Oh, it does have extra conditioning, so you get the carapace armor. I want my hits to connect. High capacity mag, yeah, unless I want something. Alright, let's look at what the level up choices are. Opportunist. Eliminates aim penalty on reaction shots and allows reaction shots to cause critical hits. Unfortunately, that's kind of counter to the long distance shooting, in long war at least, because snipers can no longer take reaction shots at squad site distances. Meaning that this is reserved for snipers who can see their targets and be seen by their targets, which means they're only the snapshot sniper who's taken low profile and tactical sense and all that. Hollow targeting is awesome. Does not work with headshots. Specifically says that in the headshot description. I think it works with flush, which is just fantastic. But that's not really this guy's bag. It's really useful on... I experiment with having snipers get it very early, and it's incredibly useful on baby snipers, because even if they miss, they just weaken the target's defenses. However, for this guy, Sprinter is what we really want. It goes great with damn good ground, lets him move to new locations, and that's pretty much the problem with the operator sniper. It's location, location, location. And this extra movement just allows him to get to the perfect position for a shot next turn. And you've noticed, if you've watched a lot of my videos, how he sometimes has to sit out a fight for a round or two because he's repositioning. If this can get you there one step sooner, it means one extra shot from this incredibly deadly long-range sniper. So Sprinter is the right choice. Oh, and of course we're going to equip him with stuff. And what are we going to equip him with? Well, health is always an issue. Scope might be nice, but he's pretty good at shooting things. I'm gonna take a smoke on him because, you know, if he moves and there's nothing else to do, he can smoke up himself or nearby troops. And we'll come back. Alright. Here's our Corpseman Medic with hollow targeting. Or is it Corpsman? We'll see. Sorry, I've read this stuff. I haven't said it all that much. Hollow targeting, tactical sense, field medic, boom. Skeleton suit is what we want to get that healing where we need it. Goes well at tactical sense as well. Also, the hollow targeting is important because you have to get within range. I'm gonna take what? I think I want an arc thrower and a medikit on this guy. Or do I want 2 medikits? Because he only heals 4 per action. He does not have Savior. He gave it up in exchange for Tactical Sense, I think. Arc thrower, yeah. I want arc throwers. Marksman, low profile, executioner, bullet swarm, suppression, ranger, deep pockets. Oh, so good. He's going to be our point man with low profile, supreme accuracy, highly versatile turns. I'm going to give him chitin plating because he doesn't have like the massive health of some of his buddies. Give him alloy plating as well to give him +8 health. What? And a scope. So there he is. Super tough. That's why we give deep pockets. It's basically a defensive item. Let's look at this guy's movement. Look at this guy's. Okay. Suppression with extra conditioning, carapace armor. I think I can give him an arc thrower and high capacity mags. Yes. Yes. Well, no. The answer is no. I'm gonna give him medikit, an arc thrower. This guy does not have. Oh, well. Oh, I can give him extra conditioning. In the zone. He has good aim. In the zone, combo's best with flush. We can guarantee your hits, though you'll run your ammo down really, really fast. The in the zone switch is, of course, something that I put in my mod in particular. Extra conditioning is so good. I've had so many wounded troops. The enemies are getting pretty deadly. But I don't have carapace armor to give him, so it's not going to be 4 health, just 2. Covering fire, of course, lets us fire when the enemies shoot instead of just move. It's good combo with suppression, but you know, like I've said, gunner reaction fire isn't awesome, so suppression. I'm gonna go with in the zone. We'll see. We'll just try it out. Because I'm doing that, I want to give him a scope so he can hit, and I want to give him a laser sight so he can hit, because I really need him to hit, or I might do something really dumb. Which leaves me with, what am I going to give this guy? Alloy plating, medikits, another smoke grenade, battle scanner. Let's go with alloy plating. Floaters, you know, they're just... There's a lot of dangerous stuff out there. And with 5 extra health, he might be able to take a hit without getting put in the hospital for forever. Okay, everyone's got shiny things. Everyone's got good weapons, shiny things, appropriate weapons. I got infantry. Yeah. I got explosives, scouts, suppression. All the good stuff. Everyone is probably the right color. Let's do this. This may be overkill for this mission. It's only heavy.
Prepare for landing.
I've got my arc throwers.
Our target site is near the German border.
Alright, Operation Banished. night.
Central, Big Sky in position on approach of the abduction site.
I kind of hate this mission. This place.
Watch your backs out there, people.
It's got some pretty good sniper holes. But for the most part, hate. I have definitely had trouble with the multiple pod swarm mechanic on this map. For one, all the decent cover kind of requires you to advance up, at least this way, which is probably the safest edge of the map. Heavy cover here. You can actually sprint up here with some fast troops. But you can encounter, this is the center of the map right here, and it can see you, which is bad news bears. So, what are we gonna do? The answer is we're going to test the waters. I'm gonna want troops here, probably here, and here. And to make sure I know what I'm gonna have to deal with, we're gonna take our run and gun scout right here. Then where? Then we're gonna take it right here. And to be safe, we're gonna run and gun because being safe is what it's all about. Okay, I wouldn't mind capturing some pistols. You guys know that already. Most likely, my troops are gonna murder these guys. All she can do is reaction fire, or Overwatch, I mean. Okay, our infantry are the ones who are gonna be doing all the Overwatch. Now, we're just gonna stick to this line. I may move the sniper back here, but he's the only one. And look at his movement distance. Come on, that's awesome. Grapple distance is set, not based on your movement. Just saying. Okay, we're gonna move her here, since she has wicked rapid reaction Overwatch, which will totally murder sectoids. We're gonna go easy with him, put him on Overwatch as well. Our Rocketeer does not have Snapshot. This is gonna be a good place for him since it'll allow him to get a big explosive right here next turn if we have to. Also, all these cars are explosive, which makes rockets really nice because they could do an extra 7 damage because of the exploding car effect. Alright, this gunner is particularly tough. It's gonna go on Overwatch. We're just gonna set up a bunch of Overwatch because that's what we do. Okay, here. Could throw a smoke grenade, but I mean, if sectoids are what are gonna kill us, I don't know what to say. I mean, we're just doomed. We deserve to die. And this guy with tactical sense. He's just gonna... Okay, now where they move to, they can't flank me here. So I'd be more worried about being flanked here. So we're gonna move him right up here. Remember that the neck between the cargo carrying area of the 18-wheeler and the explodable cab, I should say, allows sight through and gives heavy cover. That'd be a great place to move our scout and our medic up to without giving so much line of sight that we're bound to trigger other pods. And we're pretty sure this guy is doomed because there's so much Overwatch.
eliminated.
Excellent. I'm pretty sure that was both plasma hits, so she would probably get another Overwatch shot if we're lucky. Now remember, I like to trim down a pod or two as soon as possible before a ton more aliens show up. I'm not going to risk looking through here and seeing 2 more alien pods. I'm going to try and just take the minimum amount of movement to show myself some enemies. And if that doesn't work well, what can you do? As usual, the sniper's ability to shoot things is troublesome. Oh, I didn't think about that. Well, he can suppress it. How about now? Alright. %chance to hit? Okay, there's something weird about flushing this guy. Okay, we're just gonna slowly move up, nice and steady. It's not a great position for her for a long time, because she can definitely be flanked here. Good news is, we can do this. Highly accurate explosive. We can blow up all the cover flanking her and cause it to explode, which would be pretty awesome. Now, rapid reaction. Observe the beauty of rapid reaction. At least I think this is gonna work. Boom. So she still has a reaction shot left. Can she get 2? No, 1 is fine. We are purposely not exposing
I'm covering that area.
people. This guy is just in a great position. Let me make sure. Yes, this is a great spot. Lots of coverage. Obviously, we can't get up there yet, but if we move to where our scout is right here, then that would be fine. As is, perfect. Can add a little Overwatch. And remember, we're just trimming away at the aliens before we get into the main firefight, which is going to involve mutons, which I heard. Very aggressive. I'm not terribly impressed with how much Overwatch you did not trigger. Okay. Remember, this was heavy, so there's not too many aliens roaming around. Where's my holo targeting? I still don't really want to expose him. This is what this guy's for.
The target is still standing.
I'll go ahead and take a shot with this guy. If he'd have killed it, of course, in the zone would have triggered.
Target's still up.
She has executioner as well. No, she doesn't.
That is not good.
He'll have to die sometime. Or that car will start to explode.
Remains.
Doesn't really matter if he remains, I guess.
Hostiles pacified.
Alright, we're gonna use flush. Because our chance to hit is kind of miserable without it. And we're gonna say thank you to Flush for being so awesome.
On reserves.
1, 2, 3. There should be one left. A little Overwatch would be great to avoid getting flanked. Or a lot of Overwatch in her case. We do really like where this guy is. I'll consider moving him up next turn. This one, I need to get my gunners low profile, I think. We're going to... put him on Overwatch. We do not want to be flanked by a sectoid, which is probably retreating, admittedly. I hear lots of things walking around. Yep, or making stupid choices, no doubt. Okay. I would love to take a turn to simply get ready for other nastier stuff. Okay, so one thing I knew is I know there aren't enemies here. My suspicion is you usually encounter a pod here, usually encounter some here, occasionally one over here. Not that they can all be there, but that's generally where you run into them. And occasionally there's one hiding way back here that you just don't encounter for a long time. What I want to do is getting up here with only one troop generally triggers a bunch of pods and gives you enough firepower to have to retreat or get shot up. So that's bad. That's what I don't want to happen. What I do want to have happen is, say, this marksman right where my scout is. I know I said the rockets would be good, but he's pretty good where he is. And the heavy cover here, since she doesn't have low profile, is perfect for her. This guy, he can kind of creep around over to these places, slowly this way. This gunner, I'd love to have my gunners up behind this. Since I'm worried about exploding, especially because it's taken a couple plasma hits when I missed. And it'll chain explode this car. I'm a little leery of touching those. So, but one gunner up here would be great, especially one tough enough to take a hit and keep fighting, and he has a medikit. So we're probably going to start sending 2, 3 troops. I can send one here, here, and here, and they can all range. Actually, this marksman would be great up there. If I could post him right here, or here, depending on where the enemies are. I could then make a move to this car, and I could totally bottle the enemy up here, which is a pretty rough position. Lots of that cover is pretty weak and destructible, and with the amount of enemies you have in Long War, they can't all get behind the heavy cover. But he can use these light as heavy cover thanks to low profile. Which, as I've probably mentioned before, totally rocks. So, we're going to take these 2 up this way, and our scout. Running gun, tactical offensive, she could probably get up here. She could get to here from the edge. She's highly accurate. Is it the scout we want? Being able to shoot rockets through here? No. No. Maybe we should take our corpsman. Kind of like him down here. Let's take the scout. If we're not going to advance into the middle, because that would be foolish, we'll take the scout. I'm torn. Anyway. This guy definitely going up here. We want to take a turn to reload, reposition.
Reloading now.
You stay put. You haven't done much. No, we're gonna leave the scout. We're gonna take all the healing up here. Go ahead and reload you. What are we gonna do with our scout? Maybe the question is, what am I going to do with this gunner? We'll move here. Remember, the gunners are a move and shoot. They don't have bullet swarm or anything that allows like double shooting or makes their other action more effective, like smoke grenades, you know. There's nothing they can do except move once. So they're fine in low cover when no enemies are present. We're just going to scoot the scout back. Reload. Oh, we're gonna pray. Okay, look, I could just dash up here, right? You see how this takes me closer to that zone of I can't see what's there? This could trigger a pod, like right here, or right here. That would be a horrific thing for me right now. All my movement's used up, so many people just reloaded, we're out of position. So we're gonna double move instead to avoid pissing off the aliens. Now, it means she can't reload, but she wasn't going to be able to reload and get that position anyway. This guy can provide a fig leaf of Overwatch, and this guy needs to reload. And a little holo-targeting. Okay. Alright, so our sniper needs to not be where he is. And I may move these guys back, depending on how it looks. My sniper could definitely get grenaded. He does have 10 health. His chances to hit are kind of crap. I could draw that berserker out and weaken it. Okay, one thing I'm not going to do, trigger pods by going up to the front here. So I'm probably going to pull these troops back. Who has smoke? Do I want to soften these guys up with a rocket? It also exposed them to a lot more fire. Yeah, let's do that. If we're really lucky, we can lure the berserker close enough for a capture. So let's take a look at who has capture potential. This gunner, this medic, and my scout. My scout's in a decent position to capture and be in cover. And I'll be happy to blow these up so I can use them as cover. So let's see, with these guys, regular or shredder rocket? I'm going to use regular rocket. I don't want to inflict too much damage on the berserker with hits. I want to be able to take him down to, you know, near 3 health. And the more beat up the other mutons are, the better. So we're going to go with it. Now, note, he is out of cover, so I'm planning on wiping... Fuck. Rockets. 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 You're killing me, bras. Note, he is out of cover. Just nerfed my own cover. Obnoxious. And did not accomplish what I need to accomplish. Okay. So. In response, we're going to pull this guy out. My sniper can run for cover. We definitely don't want to make the mistake of triggering more pods. What does he have? Light cover. My sniper could just run out of sight of these aliens. Can move up here and hunker. That would probably really piss them off and keep them angry. Plus, this is indestructible, non-explosive. I don't mind that these blew up. At least this guy survived. It's a shame I'm gonna have to go on like a healing rampage. She can see the aliens now, which is great, but not that great. The fact that this guy is exposed means that I have to suppress or smoke grenade him. Unfortunately, the only smoke grenade I have is over here. This guy could use him for suppression. Not as good a choice as this guy. Also note, it's likely that only one of these mutons will be able to shoot at me from that cover. Okay, let's see what this does. If it triggers more alien pods, I'm going to be really regretful. As is, it should make these guys really uncomfortable. I'm not going to be able to hunker after this turn, so the smoke grenade is going to give me the same defense while letting me take shots. This guy could suppress too. Can I suppress from here? Good. At least we blew up that much of the van that they can actually see him. This guy needs to get over here and start getting checkup going on. We'll move this character here closer to the fight just in case. I don't think we're going to be in grenade range anytime soon since I plan on suppressing and overwatching the crap out of these guys. So, this is heavy cover, which blocks line of sight, and this is 2, which means that moving right here only exposes me to some stuff up here, which is hopefully empty. It's time to start taking chances because I really need less badness in my life. I'm going to, first off, Overwatch. Second off, $56, $48. I'm gonna take some shots because I need to whittle this guy down. Excellent. I don't want to see anybody panic, okay? You guys are... What was that? What was that? Okay, 66. I'll take it. I guess this guy's on Overwatch duty now. She should get 2 shots. I don't think this thing can close. It does have that special ability. Oh, weird. Hopefully it can't attack us through these things. Okay, pretty perfect capture opportunity. Okay, this guy's obsessed with our sniper. This thing's coming in just to be awkward. Really, really awkward. Okay, Rockets, I hate you. I know you're trying to kill me. That car is going to explode, so the one thing we can't do is stay there. We also need to reload. We can tuck this character away in a couple nice places for the moment. Now we want to capture. We have 1 capture. We have 2 captures available. And the best character to knock the hit points down is going to be this guy. We can't use our holo targeting. He's going to come even closer than that. Have to move this character. We'll do that in the end. First thing to do is draw. What we want to do is shoot him and draw him this way, closer to me. We can sniper him if we have to, I'm pretty sure. We can also flush that guy and do weird things to him. We shall see. And then we can draw him up this way towards our 2 capture units using this other gunner's attack. And this guy we can move up and shoot down. So, first things first. Do the big damage. Make sure we can kill him. That is the important part. Like, if I miss my stuns, he must die. Alright. And this guy's damage is too good to lower this thing's stupid health. Okay, has 7 health. Only the very best carbine damage would actually kill him. And it says he does 5 or more damage. He has no chance for a crit. Does the carbine have a chance for a crit? No, also no. Do I want to move my Rocketeer? Well, this gunner is kind of worthless. So here's going in. Don't kill it, you jerk. Okay, well, that is a version of not killing it. Kind of not the one I was going for. Okay, I don't want this guy to be flanked. Do want him. Don't kill it, don't kill it, don't kill it. Fine. Well, that accomplishes most of my primary tasks. A pistol shot, you know, wouldn't be so bad. Can I kill this thing in one shot? Well, let's try it. No. I can piss it off. Chance to stun, 43. We get 2 attempts. We've only got these 3 characters. Chance to hit still isn't 100. This one's is 89. Okay, we're gonna use this guy's stun first. Really tough choices here. Damn it. I have a 43% chance basically to lose my dude. If the scout hadn't panicked, it might have been a different story. As is, or if this guy had 1 ammunition. As is, we just have to put this guy down. Move this character up here. Pray aliens don't trigger. Reload. This guy a panic. Not that Muton panic means anything as I understand it. It just means they do stupid stuff. Generally it does not mean they pull back though. It's a shame. Really want to capture a berserker. I hear more mutons moving in the background. We're gonna flush this guy. It's interesting that damage tells us where he is. Heal this guy up. Okay. Let's look at our ammo levels. This guy's a little low, but he does get efficient reloads occasionally. Stupid panic. Running gun might be just the thing to finish off this muton, or we could get close for the capture op. Oh, that thing already exploded. I did not have to move away from it, as I said, but hey. So we're gonna have a gunner out of business. She's now in a great position for her, actually. We're gonna go back to the move up here plan. There are more mutons out there. Capturing another plasma rifle would be wicked, of course. This is our last capture troop. No, we have the scout and them. We're gonna save them till we see the other pod. Our plan is just to kill this last muton if possible. She's in a perfect position to overwatch this guy. Yeah, we're gonna move him up. Along with this gunner. Might get an overwatch shot on that sectoid. I want him forward so he doesn't blow me up. She is gonna make life hard for this muton. Maybe kill it. It's only got 1 health left. Pistol Overwatch. This gunner's gonna move up here. It's concealed from the sectoid. Heavy cover. It's the kind of thing that he really needs. Move him over here and reload. In preparation for doing what we meant to do with him last turn. I guess pistol Overwatch won't be necessary. It would have been nice if it had done the job for us. So what this sniper needs now is a spotter. And we'll just play it safe then. That's a great place for him. This is a great place for him. I mean, we definitely triggering a squad, enemy squad wouldn't be great at the moment, but I might live. Okay, so what we want from this guy, he's got 1 heal left, which is no more than in my other guys, and it's not any better than my other guys. We want to get our capture people in the center here, because that is going to be the best places to encounter capturable enemies. And that means we're moving him up here next to the scout. So these are our 2 capture guys. It's nice for them to be next to each other because, as you've seen, 1 capture doesn't always work. She's in a fine position still. He's in a good position. Be nice to reload our sniper rifle. Flush has been draining ammo out. This guy, why not here? It doesn't make that much of a difference. Not sure what to do with this guy. He can back up the capture units, I think. And it's always nice to have time to have a fully loaded sniper rifle.
You hear that?
One of the things I like in my tactical sense mod is that you get the chance to give ammo usage type items. Okay, that's good. Good to know where they are. That means we can more freely move up here to the right. I am aware that this is probably the cover that we want. I am aware that there could be a sectoid on Overwatch. I mean, it doesn't concern me that much, but it's a thing. Our running gun is not ready yet. But if anyone's going to come around this corner, this character should be the one. I'm going to move up here. Mostly it does not increase our line of sight. I will not be doing quite the same thing with this character. He's going to go on Overwatch right here. She's going to move up. This is good cover for her. Overwatch, since it seems like the enemies are close. This is what we want to do with him all along, and yeah, if there's a sectoid gonna shoot us up. Fudge! Not where I expected to encounter the enemy. Okay. Well, good news is there's no decent cover for the guys with guns to shoot us. Bad news is most of our dudes have moved, and there is significant flanking opportunities. Okay, that could be quite useful. This guy needs to get the duck out of Fudge. I wish I had more smoke. Unfortunately, I have to move back. I would love to deny that car to them so they wouldn't see this guy and see her and flank her. Well, she'll probably survive one hit, and the good news is the berserkers can't melee her. Not sure what to do with this guy. Move him up. We'll move all our other units first. Far away as possible. We definitely don't want to get... Oh yeah, now I can't flush him. Damn it. Okay, let's hope nothing too serious pops out. This guy is still freaking out because we're such badasses. Okay, every little bit helps. These dudes. Excellent. Yeah, I know, you're a badass. And terrifying. Okay, that means one Muton won't be advancing to flank my poor character. Hit, 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 hit. Okay, not bad, not bad. Oh, wow, I can't believe he took so... Oh, he has the chitin plating, yay! Okay. We're gonna wait. We're gonna save our sniper. We're gonna get our capture dudes back over there. Mutons seem to stay their ground. Okay. What are we gonna do? We're gonna pull back, which means we're not gonna see these mutants this round. And which means I'm not gonna see these guys this round. They'll charge at us in good time. Which means that the best thing we can do with our sniper is take out this douche. Okay, thankfully, wow, 13 damage crit. We have enough slack to move backwards. Quite a bit. Do a bunch of dashing back. Well, yeah, we can run from these mutons. And the first thing we're going to do is figure out the best places to run to. Because we want to be safe from the other mutons. Fortunately, the other mutons are really slow, so they probably won't be able to close with us this turn. Should give us a whole turn to deal with these two berserkers. So here's how this is gonna look. Remember that they can move and then they have a charging attack. And this guy's movement is so pitiful that we're just getting him completely out of the way for the moment. We're gonna want a lot of firepower to draw the berserkers to us. We really want her Overwatch active. Or do we want her reloaded? She is going to be the one to draw the capture muton over. She's got bullet swarm. Her and our sniper should be able to get him to move 3 times. And I can't afford to reload her. I don't want to waste her shots on reaction shots, which won't position the berserkers the way we want. This guy, I'm going to need both shots from, or at least one. I don't think there's any way the mutants can flank me here. Okay, I'll use him to draw them over and weaken them. Next most important concern, our capture troops need to be somewhere they can actually capture. We'll use her running gun to position her here, which should give her a lot of places she can go for a capture that still have cover. Him here, the Overwatch shouldn't be so much it'll kill too many of them. And then this guy, we'll go with Overwatch here. Here is a little less likely to be seen by the mutons. And we'll see. If we kill one, great. If one of them miraculously ends up at 1 hit point, even better.
Adjusting sights.
Target's still up.
Okay, terrifying. Yay! I'll note that when I used flush on one of these, it did not cause it to run back towards me, but I can't remember if it used intimidate or not. Flush would be a great way to guarantee we pull this guy's hit points into the lower register. So we're going to do that, and we're going to see what happens. Fine. Right? Acceptable. It doesn't hurt that our scout will be the one who might trigger Overwatch from the other mutons. %. Let's deal with this other bad boy before we, just to make sure we can, because we have to deal with both this turn. That's not a question. That's a guarantee. %4 bonus from range. She doesn't have Executioner. Not gonna use my hollow targeting. This is as good as her shot's gonna get. Okay, oh, Intimidate would be bad. Keep it together, people! I know they're scary. Keep it together. See, we pull him one way, we pull him the other way. I wonder if he does the run even without the intimidate. Dude, that really kills my frame rate when they run like that. Okay. What do we have going on here? These two units are going to use up their turn capturing. All my units, except for my sniper, can still shoot. Alright, my gunners can finish off the aliens. I can use Zhang's final action as a guarantee since he has Executioner. Alright. Let's see if this is enough to piss this guy off. So he didn't intimidate, I assume, but he did move back into the capture zone. So, okay, now, obviously, where am I worried about aliens coming from? Up here. I don't think I'll be flanked next turn, but it's not the kind of thing I want to risk. And I can still capture from right over here. So we'll try this capture.
Sleep tight.
Alright.
Target is still up.
So, that means this guy needs to say goodbye. Oh, I forgot. One of us has in the zone, which means he can finish him off like a boss. By like a boss, I mean with extra turns. We'll move him up here. And we'll see if we get an extra turn. Yeah, this is why units don't. This is why exposed units don't charge machine guns. That's my thought on why in the zone is appropriate. Okay. I can't shoot this thing without moving it away from where I want it to be. Please, come on. How many times have I tried now? Like 5.
Hostiles pacified. I'm running low on ammo.
Yeah, you are. Like a boss. So... Let's just put him on Overwatch. We're a little Overwatch light. Still very sad. I can't capture a berserker to save my life, but I don't have the stuff that I need to research quite yet. This dude apparently doesn't count as being existing all that much. Oh, he got whacked. Man, thank God for that chitin armor. Okay, no cover to be had there. We will move this character back up. And on Overwatch,
Got it covered.
this guy. Here is fine, I suppose.
Got it covered.
Alright, well, we did the best we could.
Target still up. My weapon spent. No way that just happened.
And I hope nobody's in those porto potties, because they just had the worst ever. Okay, now we are completely out of capture. I'm pretty sure. And sadly, we have nothing to show for our attempts. This guy's gonna move here. Just wanted to make sure that he would be able to suppress if I felt like it. Scout's got some ammo. Now it's just a matter of eliminating aliens, holo targeting.
I got ammo. That is not good.
Need a resupply.
Yep. Decent positioning for this guy. Characters at half health or less, so Executioner's going to apply. Zang murders another muton. Like boss. Oh, look at that. Someone has some balls. What does our sniper think about that position? Thinks it's great. Okay. And what are we going to do about him? We're going to move our scout. And we're going to shoot him in the back. And then we're going to see what our options are. Oh, this? God, what? Oh, we're out of ammo. So, In the Zone does some interesting stuff for characters that can move and shoot. Like, I could move here. If I shot and killed it, I could then move back. It's a little weird, I admit. But it's really awesome. Okay, 82%. This guy's flanking way too many dudes. I just need him to die if it's gonna happen. Oh, shit.
I need ammo. Damn it. Overwatch. Aye, aye. Ready to rock.
No, am I gonna lose another Rocketeer? Well,
Ready to engage.
we'll see. I don't want Zhang in the hospital. I would prefer one of my Rocketeer. Oh, thank goodness. Oh. Shut it. No. Thank goodness. Maybe he went into Overwatch. Guess I'll find out the hard way. probably the end of the mission. Okay. Okay. Maybe not.
Good to go.
Sectoids are out there.
Reloaded.
Getting flanking on that heavy cover up there is really awesome. Cover opportunities are not great.
Oh, it's go time.
Oh, these guys are obviously mincemeat. Let's hope they can't inflict any damage. Okay, I must have made them pretty nervous. This one's the leader. Let's see if we can just take him out. Hollow targeting would help. Note that they can't flank me up on this car.
Negative damage. No longer a threat.
If I had that ballistic weaponry item, I would give it to my sniper, and he would be pretty much guaranteed. No, he wouldn't be guaranteed, but he'd have a much better chance of one-shotting these dastardly sectoids. Okay, now I've taken out so many aliens, there can't be many left. The question is where to position my troops best. This guy's got tons of health. Does this one have any special? Low profile and ranger. We're gonna suppress that one.
Suppressing fire.
This one's hidden back here with low profile. Move up here, maybe we can suppress the enemy if we can see them, sure. Obviously these dudes are screwed. And, you know, I'd give a shout out to XCOM for totally pissing me off and hubris and stuff. If it did manage to deal some sort of really nasty blow to me. I'm not going to use a rocket because I'm not going to shoot myself. I am going to take pot shots while these guys are locked down because that's what you do. None of my dudes are up against explosive cars, which, as you know by now, I hate. Not going to reload since that would make this person irrelevant to this fight. Instead, we're going to reposition this character where they can do some good next turn. Sweet, they can target both of them. Yeah, Mind Merge wastes one turn. And Hunker wastes the other. Chances to hit are abysmal. So here's what we're gonna do. Flank. So of course totally nullifies Hunker. Possibly a one-shot kill.
No longer a threat. That's it. I'm out.
Where's our holo targeter? Might as well get the heal XP. Oh, he could do it too.
Easy now, soldier.
Poor gunner. Zhang. We'll save him. He can shoot and reload. Okay, this guy's not gonna be able to flank us here. We'll just suppress him. Move her into that spot. Sang will take his shot. Man, is he the boss.
Mission accomplished.
Alright, not bad. We blew ourselves up and that's the only damage we took. It happens, as everyone who's seen some of my earlier episodes knows. Fortunately, he didn't die. Well, unfortunately, he'll be out for a month and a half. But, our other, gunner leveled up. So, he'll replace him. We'll get him back eventually. Berserker corpses stacking up. There's a really cool item you can get once you do Berserker Autopsy. The very potent and kind of interesting combat stims. It reduces all damage you take by half for like 2 rounds. Takes an action when you use it. And I can't remember if it does anything else. It might make you like immune to psionics or something weird.
I appreciate your efforts to support.
Definitely gonna see Berserker Autopsy 4 days. Yeah, we're gonna start sneaking that stuff in. Berserker, Interrogate Sectoid. We're gonna wrap these up. That mission was kind of long for how easy it was. Of course, the wounded are stacking up. Then again, they're kind of like my reserves. And these dudes... Alright, our roster's not looking too sad. We do have plenty of rookies. Not that any of them are fantastic. Oh, let's take a look at the new rookies. 66 aim. Alright, good aim, good will, poor move. We will just... very quickly... Alright, good aim, good will, and okay move. Good aim, good will, and okay move. Alright, alright, these are our best batch of rookies yet. Oh. Yay, finally, some decent rookies. And boom. Alright, we've got... Yes, yes, yes. Did that get us anything? More cash. Alright, everything seems to be going. Plasma rifle, shiv defenses. Awesome. Well, that mission is certainly long enough. I'm going to thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you next episode.